Hello, this is Nicole Bandis, and welcome to another Facebook Live. Today, we're going to be talking about something that I think is just so stinking cool. And I want to make sure that I share this in a couple of places. So I'm going to do that right now and get this link shared. So hopefully more people can come check it out. Because that's what it's all about, sharing and caring and getting eyeballs and views. And yeah, we all know how that goes, right? That is the world of Facebook and social media. So yes, love it. I love it. Okay, welcome. Again, my name is Nicole Bandis. My name is Nicole Bandis. Okay, delete all that. Let's start over. Welcome to today's virtual A-Team Facebook Live conversation. We're going to be having some fun today. We're going to be talking about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is that, that platform that used to be like really big for finding jobs. Like if you were unemployed, then you went on LinkedIn to put your kind of resume out there. Well, I have news for you. It's not just to find a job anymore. It's not just for places where professionals can go and hang out and chit chat and that kind of thing. There's some amazing power behind LinkedIn now, and I want to share how you can actually get some good stuff out of LinkedIn. Hi, Carol. This is awesome. I'm so excited. Okay. LinkedIn, let me share some stats with you because this is actually pretty impressive. So right now, these stats are actually from a site called Omnicore Agency. So if you want to check that out, you can actually find these stats over there. But there are currently 154 million LinkedIn users in the United States. Okay, so we're just talking US here. In the United States, 61 million of those users are senior level and above. Now, when I say senior level, that doesn't necessarily mean corporate, okay? That could be like me. I'm a CEO of my business. I don't work in a corporate environment, but I'm considered senior level. So these are the top kind of people. 40 million users are students or recent college graduates. And of those, there's 87 million millennials on LinkedIn, okay? 87 million. So if you thought that LinkedIn wasn't for millennials, not so much the case. There is a wide variety of individuals who are hanging out on LinkedIn, and 44% of those users are actually earning $75,000 or more per year. So not only are there a ton of people hanging out there, they got money to spend. So let's get serious about figuring out how to connect with these individuals. This is a great place for you to be if you are targeting individuals who are in a professional realm, any sort of profession. Maybe not like the janitors or the pool cleaners. They might not be on there quite so much, but somebody who is going to have more of a professional presence. It doesn't matter if it's B2B. It's not just B2B type people, but you can find the people that are going to buy what you have to share there. So how do we network there? How do we network on LinkedIn? LinkedIn is actually one of my favorite places to network because it sort of gets back to the roots of what true networking is all about. Social media is big now, but social media often tends to be, let me put my content out there and hopefully you'll listen. Let me put more of my content out there and hopefully more of you will listen. That's not the way it is with LinkedIn. Now, yeah, they do have the Pulse articles, and yes, they do have the news feed, but there is more interaction, more engagement to be had on LinkedIn in the form of messaging. This is a place where it is 100% okay to send messages back and forth to one another. It's totally acceptable behavior. But now there's some things that you want to do first. You want to make sure that you are targeting your audience, the right people. And this is another stinking awesome thing about LinkedIn is that it allows you to figure out, to find your audience. If you didn't know this, there's this amazing kind of console where you can search for people based on what their profession is, based on where they went to school. Recently, I was doing a promotion for my military grant, and I was searching for people who were military, and specifically searching for people who were military and were now in a coaching type business. So I could do that. I could look for these combination of individuals and send them a message saying, hey, I've got this grant available. If you're interested, go check it out and apply. So it's a great opportunity to really to find the individuals that you're looking for. Now that of course means that you kind of have to know the type of individuals you're looking for, right? So that is definitely the first step, is figuring out who you want to connect with and not just kind of going out and connecting with everybody, right? Got it. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so use that search console. But one of the things that you really want to do, and I told you before I kind of got this started, this is not going to be another one of those LinkedIn trainings just about how to maximize your profile. But I do want to say that is important. It's important when you're going out and you're connecting with certain individuals that your profile talks about what it is you want to connect with them. So for example, in my scenario, if we just took my scenario, I have been a productivity coach, and now I am the CEO and founder of Virtual A-Team. So if I'm reaching out and trying to connect with individuals about Virtual A-Team and hiring and delegating and outsourcing, I don't want my profile to talk all about my coaching business. That's a disconnect. And so when people say, oh, who's this person that's messaging me? Let me go and say hi to them, or see if they're, see if there's a connection here. That it's kind of like a networker who is selling two different products and you really aren't sure who they are, what they're about. So when you're going out and you're making these introductions, make these connections, make sure that your profile talks about who you are and what it is that you're talking about there. Okay, the next step is, so first of all, I would actually go through your existing list first, because most of us have tons and tons and tons of contacts that we've never really talked to or connected with. So find those connections first and send them kind of a breaking the ice message, just to say, hey, you know what? We've been connected here for, I don't know, a while now, but we've never really gotten to know each other. I would love to know something about you. Now, there's some scripts that you can use. I actually have my team trained on exactly script number 1, wait a week, script number 2, wait a week, script number 3. And there's a whole series of scripts that you can create around this. If you're interested in those, let me know. I'll give you some more information about it. But I'll go through a little bit of the basics here. But that first script should be just kind of a warm icebreaker. You're not diving in and saying, hey, buy my products. No, you're nurturing. You certainly wouldn't go, think of it like this. You would not go to a networking event, walk in the door with a bag full of your products and start selling it to every single person. You would not do that. Now, you might if you had a vendor table, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about work in the room, getting to know people, building those relationships. So take it from that approach. Start by warming up the relationship and saying, hey, my name is Nicole Bandus, and I'd love to get to know you more. We've been connected, and tell me something really interesting about you. That's the tactic that I take. Now, you might have a challenge question like, what is your favorite place to travel? Or, something like that. But don't make it about your business. That's the key. Don't make it about your business. Make an effort to learn something fascinating about them, because that's what opens up that dialogue. And when you can open up the dialogue, you begin to have a networking conversation. So that's the first message. Hopefully they respond to it, but I'll be honest with you, probably maybe around 1 or 2% actually do, and that's totally okay. The next step is to wait maybe 4 or 5 days, not too long. You don't want to wait too long, but send them another message and just say something like, hey, by the way, I was interested to know, are you interested in, and then make something that is generic about your business. So if you're a coach, it might be, are you interested in learning more about how to take care of your health? Are you interested in learning more about how to grow your business around social media? Mine, for example, says, I was wondering if you might be interested around learning more about outsourcing. So the idea there is that you're asking them a question. You're asking them to let you know if they might be interested. When they say yes, or along with it say, if yes, I have a free gift for you, a download or a consultation or something along those lines. So they have an opportunity to raise their hand and say yes. Now, here's the key. Don't post the link directly in that message. Give them an opportunity to raise their hand and say they're interested. It increases the engagement. It's more likely that they're going to respond that way. It allows you to build a little bit more of the relationship. So I particularly use this as a way to tell them about my opt-in offer, which is the Ultimate Guide to Delegating. Once they say yes, I have a little message that says, that's awesome. Here's a link where you can grab that. Let me know what you think. Next step. If they say yes, they get the link, then I follow up a week later and say, hey, what did you think? Did you grab it? Let me know what questions you may have. It's about building that relationship. If they don't respond, then I'll continue on with the sequence. The next one might be to see if they're active on LinkedIn. I might go out and post a comment on an article that they've written, or I might post a comment on something that they've posted in the news feed. Usually I make sure that these are something that they've posted within the last couple of weeks. Otherwise, it kind of feels like you're fishing. So don't do that. But if they're active, then engage with them. Show them that you're actually taking an interest in them. If they're not active, go ahead and post the next message. For me, the next message is, tell me who your ideal target audience is. Again, this applies directly to my clientele because my clientele are somebody that I may be able to refer. So think of a good next question that helps you get to know them a little bit, is very low pressure. So it's probably not directly connected to your business. And then ask that question. You're engaging them. You're trying to learn more about them. As we go through this cycle, you're going to get to know people. You're going to have conversations. Each one of these questions leads to an opportunity to open the door and have a conversation. Now, the key here is this could take some time, but it is the most effective way to generate solid leads on social media, because you are being active. You're not just posting and hoping somebody sees your content. And nowadays, let's be real here, social media is getting harder and harder for us to get our content in front of eyeballs of people that want to see our content. That's just the nature of it. Unless you want to pay to play by advertising your stuff, it's getting harder and harder to do that. So LinkedIn is a great way to work around that. LinkedIn is a great way to say, I'm not going to pay for advertising, but I'm going to go directly to the source and begin having that conversation. And let me tell you a secret. If you're like me, who tends to be really kind of that introvert, that person who's like, okay, I have to like decompress a whole lot after I've been to a networking event. So I love going, I love socializing, I'm very outgoing, but it's very draining on me, this process. solves all of that because I'm behind my computer. It's safe. I don't have to feel everybody's energy. I don't have to feel drained afterwards. I get to do it on my own schedule. Heck, a lot of times I will do this in the evenings while I'm sitting next to my husband watching the latest television show or baseball game or whatever happens to be on TV. So this is a no-brainer thing. And here's another secret. This can take up a good amount of your time, but a lot of this can be delegated. Now, come on, you knew I was going to say that, right? Seriously, once you have the process down and once you have the scripts down, you can actually delegate that to somebody else. You can have them doing the initial steps of this process because it's pretty much repeatable. So you train somebody how to do it and they can do it for you over and over again. Then you just have to step in when that conversation takes the next step and somebody actually wants to engage with you and have a deeper conversation. So this is brilliant. I mean, you can do it on your own, or if that's not the best use of your time, do only the pieces of it that you really truly need to do and delegate the other parts of it. This is totally what I've done for myself. I have one of my team members doing this for me, and I actually have 2 other clients that were doing this. Now, results. Let me tell you, I am actually about to sign my first international client from Australia who I found doing this exact method. Yes, and Martha, yeah, you found me because I followed up with you via LinkedIn because you are in the military. So these are things that work. It works. This is not my only client that I'm signing from this method. There are others who are finding me now because of this. They're taking advantage of that offer. They're opening the door to communication. And on top of that, not only have I think I've been doing this now for about 2.5, 3 months just for my own business. I've signed 2 clients from it. I've got this one from Australia that's about to sign. But even bigger than that, I now have connected with multiple individuals, and I can't even really count them, who are willing to refer business to me because they have individuals that they needed to connect me with for this purpose. If it's not that, they just may be able to help me out on a video broadcast that I'm going to do. I've got a new series coming out called Delegate This, where I'm interviewing individuals who do things that we could delegate things to. So like a bookkeeper or a travel agent or a financial planner, all of those kind of things. I'm making deeper, more connections by using this method. So that's the key. This is awesome. You got to start doing it. So I have a question for you. Let me see if I can figure out how to do these questions. I had it set up ahead of time, and now I don't know how to do it. Anyway, just share with me. Let me know are you using LinkedIn now? It's a great tool, but a lot of people have kind of shied away from it because they don't really get it. They don't think that it's the right thing for them. So tell me, what do you think? Are you using LinkedIn now? How are you using it? Are you just using the groups? Maybe you're doing an occasional post, those kind of things. I'm trying to not say that one word about adding text to what's below because Facebook is saying, don't do that anymore. So yeah, if you have that, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know. And because I'd love to hear from you. And if you have any questions around this, post them. I'll totally take a look, and maybe I can answer some questions for you around using LinkedIn for your own business, how you can actually message certain individuals, how you can get connected. But again, so many of us have a ton of first level contacts that we've never taken advantage of. Go after those first because you at least already have an introduction. Then you can start messaging new contacts that are ideal targets for you. Tovi, yeah, you've totally shied away with what that. Totally shied away from it. Yeah, I get it. I've kind of gone back and forth on it. I mean, I've posted content to it consistently, but a lot of it's just been that post and run. And, in the past, I've done the groups. Then the groups kind of got too spammy, so I ran away from the groups and hadn't done a lot until I discovered this method. And if you want more details on this method, I've got the blog article that came out on Tuesday. You are welcome to go check that out. In addition to that article, my favorite podcaster, one of my favorite podcasters right now, his name is John Nemo, and he has a book called LinkedIn Riches. So if you go check out his LinkedIn Riches, that's where I got all of this information. So I can't say this is brand new, original to me. It certainly is not. His method is the method that I'm following, and it's working fabulously. So let me know. Do you have any questions about using LinkedIn for your business? Are you using LinkedIn for your business? Are you going to start using LinkedIn for your business to find new business and to find those juicy leads? It's fun. I am having such a great time doing it and connecting with amazing people. Never thought I'd be having a conversation with somebody in Australia because, to be honest, I was focused on building my business here in the US. But this guy, I didn't even pay attention to where he was from. He just fit the bill. He called me up and said, I totally need what you're doing. And by the way, I'm a business coach for bookkeepers all over Australia and the United States, and they need what you're doing too. So that's an incredible connection, and one that I would not have gotten if I hadn't done this. So if you have any questions, follow up with me afterwards. Would love to help you out with that. If you're looking to implement this into your own business and you need some guidance on creating those scripts or creating the process, maybe delegating the first steps of it and knowing how to incorporate that, I've already worked through all of these bugs, so I can certainly help you with those things. Let me know. I'm here to chat, and thanks so much. I love it. Bye, guys.